literally what I've been walking on this whole time. Rocks. This is the one thing I was talking about in my previous videos. I don't know anyone who's walked the AT and says, oh, I love walking on rocks, so I can have a chance at breaking my ankle or spraining my ankle or making my feet hurt 5 times more than what they do. I've had people, oh shit, trip yourself, worry about tripping, falling, and bashing your head on the freaking rocks and being passed out. I think I have more worries out here than I do when I'm at home. Constantly worried about falling, breaking something, or bashing my head in, and then having to be laying out here till who knows when I either regain consciousness or somebody finds me or a bear eats me. Constantly worried about getting Lyme disease from ticks, which will basically kill me and ruin the rest of my entire life. I can only check so many parts of my body. What am I gonna do? Ask a stranger, hey, yo, will you come check my back for me for ticks? Yeah, no. I had 2 days ago when I was going to the hostel on my way to Mount Rogers, the wind was blowing like this, and the grass was blowing, all this was blowing, all the overgrowth, and me walking one direction and everything blowing the other directions, and the sound of it made me get a little bit motion sickness. I have horrible motion sickness, and I have vertigo on top of it. So I had to stop and immediately take my medicine, and thank God it kicked in fast enough to where I didn't go into a spell. I don't know what else to call them, because when it does happen, I literally lose 2 days. I puke up everything, everywhere, and I literally have to sleep it off almost sometimes for 2 days. If it's not so bad, I can sleep it off in 1 day. But if my vertigo kicks in with my motion sickness, I'm down for 2 full days, and I can do nothing. And if that happens, I don't even know how I'm going to get my tent set up so I can get into my tent and be safe. I went ahead and put one of my patches on this morning. It takes like 4 hours to kick in. I was going to do it last night, but I wanted it to last as long as possible. You know, the other day when it stormed on me, I had time in the shelter because I took a zero to let all my shit dry out. And I wrote down all the pros and cons of being out here. And let me tell you, I had about 7 pros and about 27 cons. And the cons are most definitely outweighing the pros. Shit, which way do I go? I'm assuming this way. My pack weight is more than 25% of my body weight, which you're not supposed to carry more than 25% of your body weight. Shit, I don't see white blazes. Constantly worried about getting lost, because I have a fear about that. Okay, white blaze, I see it. There's still rocks down there underneath all the grass, so I'm still constantly walking on unlevel grounds and pokey rocks. For the most part, this is my views. Thankful that the wind is blowing today, but kind of not, because that's something that could kick in my motion sickness, even though I have my patch on. I have people on trail that'll be like, well, how far are you going today? How many miles you getting in? What shelter are you going to? Well, you know what? I don't have a schedule. I've already accomplished what I wanted to accomplish for just by being out here and hiking it. So, you go right ahead and put in your 20 miles in every day if you want, and not take a moment to look up and see your surroundings, or actually enjoy your hike. Sit down by a waterfall for 3 hours if you want to. I'm not on no schedule. I don't have no plans. And the only schedule or plan that I have, the man upstairs makes. I'm fully on his time, not on mine. We're all on his time. Just some people don't realize it. There was a guy on trail a couple weeks ago, a trail named Sugar Bear. He actually had a heart attack on trail. And God let him recover enough so he would wake back up and pull himself off of the trail to the closest road to call for an ambulance. There's 2 other guys on trail last week who died, both for different medical reasons. The shit's not easy. It will work your body to its core.